Hi, this is Keith from the Quireboys, and you're watching Underkill TV.
I stand alone in the darkness when the chief inspector makes a
Welcome to Underkill TV here in Wetherspoons in Cardiff, joined by the one and only Keith Weir. Joined by the one and only Keith Weir from the Quireboys. How are you doing, Keith? Good to see you, mate.
How you doing? Everything's good. Everything's good.
And you're out doing just a handful of acoustic shows carried on from December last year now, and
Some added shows. Yeah, we've got about 4 or 5 added ones. 3 this week and 2 next week. Yeah.
and you're still out promoting the Twisted Love album.
Well, we haven't, to be honest with you, we haven't really even started doing that. It's been out since October-ish, so we sort of kicked that off in Spain in mid-February, and then we got a run of about 17 shows coming up in the UK over March, April, starting at Hard Rock Hell and all that, Hard Rock Hell AOR, I think it is. Yes, yeah. And then we've got a few, and then we go over to do Full Metal Mountain in Austria, which is part of the Wacken festival thing, and then we come back and then we start a whole run of shows then, proper.
So from an outsider looking into the Quireboys at the moment, the last sort of 5 years must have been like a whirlwind. It must be album tour, album tour, album tour, since Beautiful Curse, basically.
It really has, yeah, really, really has. It's been flat out. But, I'm not complaining. It's great to be busy,
There's no plan all of a sudden now for a new album just yet. Like you're gonna
Never say never. You never know. Depends what the powers that be want. We'll see. We're thinking about something or other. Maybe covers thing. Maybe I don't know. We'll try and do something this year and keep it rolling. Whether it'll be out this year, I very much doubt it. But we'll see. Yeah, it's early days.
And one thing I wanted to ask you, especially about the acoustic shows with a keyboard player. I mean, obviously a guitarist and vocalists have to prepare a little bit different. What's the preparation compared to a full electric show acoustically for a keyboardist?
For a keyboard player?
Piano player.
Yeah, well, you do have to approach it a little bit different, like, and kind of play stuff differently, So, but, I enjoy it. It's great. Get a little bit more of a free range, especially with the piano and stuff. It's great. Yeah, I love it. It's great. All the songs lean themselves towards acoustic stuff, It really do, It's the way they're kind of written in the first place, so. But it's great. It's good fun to do, and it's hard to do at the start. People think it's quite easy, but once you get into the flow of it, it gets second nature. You get your own way of doing it. It's very different from the flat out live electric set. Yeah.
And the other thing with the Quireboys, especially the Quireboys acoustic set, it seems it's a very sort of family atmosphere, and everybody's laid back, chilled out, everything. There's a bit of banter on stage, which is what the Quireboys are all about, really.
A lot of banter on stage, yes, but that's what it's all about. It's great crack, The audience has changed a lot over the years, so there's all sorts from 16 to 60 and younger. It's great. It's great.
Do you think a lot of that as well, Keith, is due to the band having such a really good reputation of being a really good live rock and roll band?
I hope so. I really hope so. There's not really any sort of answer to it, but it's just we've been plugging away at it, and year after year, and something's working, something's going well, so we're doing something right. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. And what's been personally, obviously we just started 2017, now we're in January. 2016, what's been the highlight for you with the Quireboys over the last 12 months?
Jeez, I don't know. There's just so many good points, It's just we've been all over the place. One of the highlights, I guess, this year was doing the West Coast cruise, Monsters of Rock cruise. That was always good. That's great to do. Hopefully, we'll be on one of those sometime soon. Maybe later next year or early 2018. We'll see. There's talk of it anyway. Yeah, there's that. There's been so much going on, I can't remember really. Yeah. All over Europe and America, and yeah, everywhere. We've been all over the place.
Excellent stuff. And is there any plans, as you say, you've got it's the full electric shows in the next couple of months through the UK. Is that going right through Europe as well, then, Keith?
That will. We start in Spain. There's about 10 shows in Spain, then England, and there's festivals in Switzerland and Norway, Germany. Yeah, there's loads coming up. Yeah.
And how does the band as well, like we were just going on about the quickness of the last 4 albums you guys have done, how do you go about picking a set list now? Because I mean, they're all sort of relatively new albums, and you still, you know, they're all on the same sort of label. You still want to market them. How do you pick a set list where you promote, get a bit of everything in there from every album? Is it a bit of a struggle?
It is hard. There's a lot of new material, you know, and then you always get that thing where, you know, you do too much, then people are complaining, and it's hard, you know. You need about 3.5 hours a night, you know, and more. Bruce Springsteen style set or something with no support band or something. But yeah, it's a difficult one, but we always have to try and put some new stuff. We love to do new stuff. It's important to do new stuff. We can't just keep harking back all the time, you know. And I think we've got a good balance with all of that, to be honest with you. We do good balance there anyway for a live set.
Well, it was strange in a review I read the other week. A band, I can't remember who reviewed the band live. It said a good mix of new stuff with old classics like Mona Lisa Smile. To hear that's a classic now.
That's becoming a classic now. Yeah, I suppose it is about 10 years old, is it? Yeah. Maybe longer. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, so that is becoming a bit of a classic. It's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, Keith, that's excellent for your time and everything. I know you're really busy. I just wanted to ask you one thing. What was it like? Obviously, you stepped in with Def Leppard at Download a few years back. What was it like playing to a crowd like that? What was that like? Was there any nerves or anything?
Oh, aye, of course it was. No, it's great. Honestly, those guys are brilliant. Yeah. I've worked with Joe with the Down and Outs for a while before that, so it's great to be asked. Yeah. It's great to be asked to do that. Yeah, that seems a long time ago now. I think it was 2011. Yeah. So I did. There was no pressure. Joe phoned me and we want to do a couple of gigs. And I says, yeah. What are they? And it's like 2 arena shows and in Ireland. Yeah. The home country and Download, so no pressure, huh? That was brilliant. Yeah. Just a couple of songs we got up and done with piano. He wanted some piano, so there you go. It's great.
Excellent stuff. And what's been the best story of the band since your time in the Quireboys? What's been one of the most memorable stories? Could we ask for one? Really put you on the spot there.
It's stuff you couldn't put out. No. I don't know. No, I'm not going to go there.
Well, Keith, thanks for your time, and I do appreciate you stopping by to have a chat. And those that we really do look forward to seeing the show tonight. And those that haven't checked the Quireboys out, make sure you check them out live. One of the best rock and roll bands you'll see live. This is Alistair for Underkill TV with the one and only Keith Weir from the Quireboys. Cheers, Keith. Thanks.
Thanks, man. Lovely. Cheers.